Hello, Foos family. Welcome to On the Table with Chase Pennell. Today, we have James Castillo, and we have a heck of a match lined up for you today. James, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, Chase. Thank you for having me.
So, give us a little bit of info about you, man. There's going to be some people out there that don't know who you are. So, who are you? What do you do?
Um, Out of the Bay Area, San Jose, California, um, just the Silicon Valley. You have the great players, Adrian Zamora out here, Fernando Rosa. This is the hometown where Mark Torres played. Um,
The
Kin
Mark
Lo,
Torres.
yes.
That's fantastic. So, how long ago did you start playing foosball?
I started playing junior high roughly around 1986.
Oh, wow. So, you've been
Uh,
playing for quite a while.
well, I've been playing off and on. I
Okay.
played from 86 to 95, then I bounced out to the military. And
Oh,
then I was
really?
gone for 5 years, came back 2000, then played for 4 years, and then moved out to the East Coast in 2004. Stopped playing until roughly 2013. Been
Wow.
playing
Okay.
since.
Wow. Well, first off, thank you for your service, sir. We appreciate that a lot. Um, that's fantastic. Holy cow! So came back in 2013. Okay. So around then, I actually stopped playing just before that, and I'm trying to make my comeback. So hopefully I can do this someday. Well, it's not likely, but hopefully someday. All right. Wow. So we have a match here coming up. You 2018. This is Vegas, from my understanding. You are playing the great Todd Lafredo. What kind of background? Give me a little info about this match. What's happened come up to this match that we're going to be seeing?
Well, prior to this match, I finished playing Trevor Parks. Took 5 games. Um, then I played Blake right after. So I had that took 5 games as well. So I had a little momentum. And playing Todd, I played him in the past, and I played him pretty good, but he's always edged me out halfway through.
Oh
So
wow. Okay. So you've had a little difficulty with the legend, the Duke, Todd Lafredo.
yes, yes,
Is this your first time beating him in singles?
yes. Actually,
Oh
first time
wow.
beating him
I don't mean to let everybody know
ever.
what happens in this match, but you can see the match online. Let's be real. Wow, your first time beating him. Wow. Was that a good feeling? I'm just curious.
Oh yes, yes. It was very good feeling.
That's awesome. All right, well, I say we jump into this match and we kind of talk about, what's going through your head at different points of the match.
Sounds
Let's
good.
yeah, let's take a little listen in here onto to what Jim Stevens has to say right off the bat.
And we've got some more open singles action for you. In the winner's bracket, it's a quarterfinal. That's Todd Lafredo on the right. James Castillo having a really good day on the left. Underway here in game number one. Best 3 out of 5. The winner would advance to the semifinals in the winner's bracket of open singles.
All right, so you oh dang, all right. So by nature, are you a forward or a goalie?
Started off as a goalie,
Okay.
and I feel like my forward game's kind of mediocre, but my goalie game allows me to stay in games.
Oh, all right. I understand that completely. I'm a goalie myself, so I can understand this greatly, that concept of maybe struggle up here a little bit, but I can block well enough at times to get through some matches that maybe I should or shouldn't belong in. Who knows?
Yes, yes.
So, you're playing against Todd. You blocked him on the very first shot. You came off with a bank right away, which can be a great clear, that near wall bank. What's your thought process right now on trying to block, Todd's pull shot?
Um, my style of blocking is sort of a race defense. I like blocking pull shots, so I feel like I have an advantage because I'm comfortable blocking pull shots.
Okay, that's fantastic. So you're starting off with a race kind of concept where you're maybe showing something and then go trying to beat him to that specific hole, more or
Yes,
less.
yes,
Beautiful.
yes.
Oh man, I love that concept. Against Todd, that can be a tricky game. He's pretty quick for an old man.
It is, however, with the pull shot, it seems like everybody has a slight tell, even the legends, like
Yeah,
or the greats. So if you could get a jump on somebody, it's a slight advantage in that aspect.
very cool. I love the pass you just made. That 2 to 3. That's a beautiful thing, man. You gotta have quick enough hands for it. Ooh, and you hit a long right off the rip. Beautiful shot, man. All right. Now, do you typically shoot a pull? Do you shoot a pull and a snake?
Originally, I started the game with the pull shot, learning the pull shot. But I tweaked my technique to mimic Todd and try to steal some concepts from him and Terry Rue. I like their pull shots.
They have cannons, so
Yes.
I mean they have absolute cannons. So stealing their information is probably a really good idea. So yeah, you're sticking with a pull shot so far. But do you also shoot a rollover or not at all? Just sometimes.
I do shoot a rollover, and I actually abandoned my pull shot and realized that my old technique wasn't viable. It was kind of weak. I wouldn't last a full major event with a pull shot with my old technique.
Due to fatigue or?
I think it was improper technique. So yeah, so it would tire me out faster.
Sure.
So I learned a rollover, and it's been my 2 shots that I'm working in work together.
Okay. So you make it like situational.
Yes.
Depending on who you're playing, different things can happen. Man, you're catching loose balls really, really well. That's beautiful. Oh, and here comes a rollover to speak of the devil. Nice. Good push side. So, you're up 4-2 on the Duke. Or 4-1, I'm sorry, 4-1. No pressure for you right now. You're not feeling any pressure, are you?
No pressure yet.
Yet. That's a good way of putting it. Yet. Nothing yet. I like that. Oh, smart. Taking a lot of time on that ball. I love that. Oh, man. The Duke. So,
See, look, I'm not,
go ahead.
that defense, you see, I was just standing. I'm just ready to jump.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Tell me a little bit about so in that defense you just had there. What was it specifically you were trying to do to him? Were you making him look at that middle? Is that because it looked like that was what you're doing right off the bat?
Well, when you see me sitting comfortable in that in that position, I've found a slight read, so I'm just waiting for the read to let me know he's going.
Okay. So you found something in, maybe before he takes off. All right.
Yes.
That's a big read, man. That's a huge read, especially against somebody like Todd. I mean, you can find them on lower and lesser players, but to find one on Todd in this kind of part of the tournament, that's a really big deal. All right, we're gonna take a quick pause here. You're about to shoot a rollover. It is now 4-1.
Yes.
What's going through your head on this shot right now?
Right now, the last shot I hit on him was a push side.
Yep.
So I'm looking to see if it's still there, if he's giving it to me. But with the Masters, if they see you hit that, he's not giving it to you again.
Right.
So let's see if I get him with a little timing issue, or if I shoot it fast. I can't remember what I did here.
Okay. All right. But I like that you don't remember, because what that does is it says, hey, we at least know he has a game plan going into this. He's like, all right, I'm probably going to be looking to make sure he doesn't give me that push side again. If he doesn't, I'm going to do this to counteract that. So let's see what you do. This is awesome.
Snake shot position.
Offset. Okay. I like it.
Just off the post by the side. He'll sit back the other way like Castillo.
Okay, real quick. We're getting feedback. Is it coming through your speakers?
I didn't hear any feedback at all.
Okay. I know you wouldn't. I would.
Okay.
Do you have it? Is the match playing through your speakers? Or no?
Actually, let me lower. I think. Okay. It was loud. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Earlier when you played it, I didn't hear anything.
So you turned it up a little bit?
I brought it up. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I can edit this out. This is beautiful. It's not a big deal. And I can just play and it goes right back into normal, so we're good. No harm, no foul. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Cool. Oh man, he just goes straight into a wall. Oh, you have guts, dude. You have guts. I can approve of that. All right. Another shot to close out game one. And back to the rollover.
Yes.
Ooh. You've had, what was that, 3 attempts to close out that game?
Yeah, 3 shots, and I shot them pretty fast. Should have sat on them longer.
And you're sitting on your 2-rod much better. Oh, I like it. You're going for that split, right? Is that what?
Yeah. Kind of stubbed it.
And then going back to your first goal. That little bank, I like it. So you're definitely, challenging Todd's zone a lot. Oh, and you get the spike for game 1.
Yeah.
If you can't see.
Gods.
That's called a bailout.
Yeah.
So you have blocked him phenomenally. Absolutely phenomenally. I don't want to. Ooh, there it was. I was asking about that middle a minute ago.
Yeah, I misexecuted him.
Did you? Is that why it went in?
Oh no, the previous ones I missed. I stubbed
yeah. Yeah, that one was clean.
Oh, he tried to slingshot on me.
I guess your grabs are phenomenal. Is there something you do specifically to work on that, or is that just something that you just have?
Actually, it's one of the very first things the guy that taught me how to play. His name was Tony Lavigna. When I was this is 1986. Is the first things he taught me. So we did pickup drills all day long.
Oh wow! Wow, pickup drills. All right. I mean, it a lot of. So I've talked about this with other people. The difference between a rookie and an expert is minimal. It's mostly table time, practice, and execution, which anybody can do. But the difference between a mid-level pro and a pro master, and your friend Mark Torres has called it a chasm of difference. Do you believe in that as well?
I believe in what he says in regards to it's in between the ears. Everything's in the head. Like you said, everybody can practice and do almost the same things on the table. However, that mental focus and the toughness, it's all in between. It's in the head.
Absolutely. That's for sure. I absolutely agree with that. And that's, I've talked to a bunch of other, pros and pro masters, and they all say the same thing. It is. That's exactly what it is. It's not the physical attributes of the game. It's the thought process. It's the way you think about it, the things you do mentally on the table that give you that advantage. I like that you're almost attempting to abuse that middle. Now, is that there's a couple of things. Is it because you're attempting to that that's where the hole is and you don't think that there's much of a risk of him spiking you, or is it to open up something later?
It's to open up something later. You'll see some other options, if not in this match, in other matches that are set up upon that.
Okay. That's beautiful. So Todd's kind of coming back to life here. You seem so calm defending him. you have great confidence in your read. I love that. That's so cool. Nice save. Again, this goes back to was more of your catching loose balls drills.
Yes.
Is that something you still work on?
Yes, constantly.
Nice. Do you feel like it gives you a massive edge over a lot of other players?
It adds into that because my style is kind of scrappy.
Yeah.
You see that I take a lot of risks, and sometimes the risks bite me because it's kind of too risky. But I don't know, it's my style, and it helps in that risky style, being able to grab loose balls.
Okay. So you live and die by the sword. I love it. There it is, that push side. All right, so you... Oh, okay, so I love it. Todd is doing his traditional timeout on 4-4. So we're going to take another quick pause on the video here. This is kind of a big point, in my opinion. Todd's got the ball. You're up 1-0. This is either you go up 2 games or it's 1-1 and the Duke is back in the game. So, do you have a game plan? He took the timeout, so the pressure's on him. Did you have a game plan going into this next couple moments?
Actually, I'm confident in blocking him, so I'm still doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
So until that changes, I just try to stay in that mode because I don't need to make too many adjustments yet.
Okay.
So just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm scoring on him pretty good. Not passing too great, but when I do get it, if I sit on it, that's what I have to focus on right here. I have to focus on getting a good read on my shot because I'm getting the attempts, but
so you're picking up a lot of loose balls, which is getting you extra possessions, which is huge.
Yes.
So, all right, I just didn't know if you maybe had a read on his 5 at all. It seems like he's been passing pretty well. And the game, so far, this game seems like it's been won and lost in you either blocking Todd or him scoring.
Yes.
So, all right, let's roll into it. Let's see what happens. A little brush up. Oh. Wow. He thought you were gonna get jumpy, and you were very committed on your defense. I love it. You got away with a risky one.
I'm dropping on too many passes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, are you about to spike him again? Oh, wow. Nice. Okay.
I think I call a timeout here.
Oh, yeah. That little tap, you've got to be. Yeah, okay. You gave him the look. You gave him the look. Like, yeah, I called a timeout. What's up?
No, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do something different here. Let's see. Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Oh, wow. Good pull side. From an offset, too. Do you shoot from an offset often?
Yes. So it's actually part of my my rollover. I don't shoot a normal standard rollover in the middle. I shoot it either offset top side or bottom side.
Okay. That has to throw a lot of people off. I mean, it has to.
Definitely. Everybody's used to a normal rollover.
Yeah. I mean, almost every, rookie to, mid-level pro shoots a standard rollover.
Yes.
Even a lot of pro masters. I mean, they all shoot that standard rollover, except for a few. They shoot, like walking rollovers, walking snakes, all that kind of stuff. Seems like Todd's trying to pick up his pace, get a feel for things, and then he puts something in a front pin. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, you've blocked like 6 in a row.
Oh
Wow. And then he hits one perfect.
Then
his one's perfect. The game plan didn't work there.
Yeah. Oh, and then
Were you thinking about? Is that what happened there? Maybe you were thinking about.
No. Been struggling a little with the tic-tacking. I was tic-tacking too fast there.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice pickup.
There's a scrappiness right there. Little hacking.
It's an art form if you're good at it. In my opinion, it's an art form. Because people like Tony, he's incredibly good at skit rapping.
Yes.
And I think people underestimate how good he is at it and how important it might be for a lot of players. Like Tommy Atkinson, same way. Super scrappy player. That dude creates slop out of everywhere. So, when everybody first starts, they're like, oh, he's just a hacker. I think that there isn't a true art form to hacking and being actually scrappy.
Yeah. So he changed it up now. He's going 2 to 5.
He did it early, and you got that one steal, but he didn't. He hasn't really committed much to it. It seems like you really do have a read on him. Now we don't want to give away the Todd read to everybody. Obviously, that would be that would be mean. But is it something that you've been able to use down the road? Like, not just this event, not just this day, because people can change their game from month to month, year to year. Is it something that you still use on tour now?
Yes, actually, that's one of the things that I learned as a goalie is finding reads on almost everybody's shots, trying to find a read.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of it's not really even showing on the from the table side. Is there you got me with a little
He got you
sneaky.
with a little sneaky, huh?
Yeah,
He has changed his game tempo drastically.
yeah,
He's playing much harder than he did earlier.
yes. Now that's one thing I've learned with a lot of the masters. You could get a jump on them, but you got to close
Yep.
because they don't know what you're doing yet. They're going to start, and when you start competing with them, then they start scoping your game a lot more, and they get, the natural. They're going to figure you out. But he hasn't played me enough. Normally he beats. Well, I think he's beaten me twice in singles before.
Okay. I mean,
Normally he beats me
everybody
double.
always says how he has like a Rolodex in his head for Todd, right? Like he's got so much information on so many players. It seems like you kind of turned the tables on Todd on this one so far. You've got the Rolodex on him, so to speak.
He got me.
He did.
Well, here's the thing. Actually, Todd is one of the masters that I seek knowledge from all the time. So he feeds me a lot of knowledge too as well.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
So every time I see him, I'm always trying to pick his brain on, different styles, players, whatnot.
I have found that if you genuinely come up to a lot of these top players and you ask them a very specific question, they will give you a specific answer.
Yes, yes.
If you ask them a very broad question, you're going to get a very broad answer or a
That's
more
true. That's
cryptic
true.
answer. You have to be. This is one of those in between the ears things, right? Where
Yes.
if you don't ask the correct question, you're not going to get the correct answer. And I think Todd is one of those guys that his thought process on the table and his knowledge on the table surpasses 99% of pro masters. He's just been in every scenario. But he's somebody I think that's more than happy to give out information and help people get better.
Let me give you this crazy story.
Yes.
Now, this is, I want to say 2004 roughly. All right. So I moved back to Virginia, and I got slight ties with Bobby Diaz and Terry Moore.
Okay.
So while I was in Virginia, I hit up Bobby and I said, "Hey, Bobby, can you link me up with Terry Moore, and from there link me up with Todd, because actually from Virginia I'd moved to Ohio with my mother's I'm sorry, my wife's father. So we moved out there for a few months. So I was seeking Todd, and then I get a hold of Todd and say, "Hey, can I come over and learn a little bit?" So one day, um, ended up driving out to his place in Columbus.
Yep.
my wife and kids were with me. I said, "Hey, hang out in the mall. I'm gonna hang out at his place and play for a day." He waxed me. We played maybe 5 to 7 games, and there was really it was like general information he would give me on what I could do to tweak my game, and it was crazy because he just told me when I got there. He goes, "Yeah, Tony was here for like a week prior playing here or whatnot."
Yep.
So it's pretty wild.
That would have been late 2004, right?
Roughly, yeah, because it was snowing
Yeah.
that time too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, fun fact: I just missed you.
So you were probably there too.
I just missed you. I had no idea. Um, so, fun fact: my first tournament was 2004, and
All right.
I walk into the room and I didn't know who Tony Spreedeman even was. But at the time, I was 145 pounds, soaking wet with clothes on, and kind of looked like the Duke's firstborn. And Tony told everybody I was his kid. So everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Chase, dude, what's up?" I'm like, "How do you even know who I am? I'm like, I'm a horrible beginner. I'm terrible." He did not tell me that it was him that started that rumor until like 5 years later.
Oh wow.
It was glorious. I absolutely love him and Todd. But yeah, he kept that one a good secret. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. These guys are all willing to teach. And I think people need to just start asking the better questions.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
And they're going to get significantly better. All right,
I
so
get
now
what you mean
it's fourth game. You're up 2-1. Or, well, 2-1 in games. And it's
Yes.
3-2 in the match. Or in this game. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. And it seems like you haven't changed the game plan whatsoever. You've run with the game plan so far this whole match and have not
Yeah.
deviated even a little bit. I think a lot of people make the mistake of changing the game plan.
Yes. Yes.
You've really stuck with it's beautiful. Oh, you've given up on passing though.
Actually, tell you the truth, I'm actually feeling the heat right now when I was
Okay.
playing him. I was still comfortable blocking him, but I felt I was struggling on my 5 and whatnot.
All right. So you made a little risky shot. We actually were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
And you quick shot it before you were. Yeah. You're trying to rag him out.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here. And Todd's doing Todd things. Nice little spray. All right. 4-1. Or 4-3. I'm losing my mind. Hey, there we go.
I finally caught a pass.
I find it interesting that you shot a pull like for the first couple balls and then just immediately gave up on it. You just went straight to the rollover. Oh wow, that was sweet.
Yeah.
And I mean, that looked super obvious to me that you intentionally shot that cut. That's a part of your series?
Tell you the truth, I misexecuted
You
that.
missed that one?
Yes, I did.
It looked legit though. It looked like
I tried to go pull, and it cut.
okay. I said it looked slightly different, and maybe that was because of the nerves.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. The nerves in foosball, everybody gets them. Everybody. And I think that's something a lot of like young people don't think about, like young players don't think about, is, oh, well, I'm nervous, so I'm not going to do as well. But everybody gets them. Even the pro masters get nerves. Oh, man. Big time block. And obviously, I mean, you're saying it too, right? You're getting them in this match.
Yeah.
Ty's got the moving defense going. That's his pressure zone.
Yeah.
So because it's the fourth game, no overtime, you can finish. You're on match point.
Yeah.
Ooh. And
I
there it
scrapped
is.
him out.
You
Scrapped
did.
him out.
I mean, the whole time you stuck with the game plan, though. I mean, it was you to be scrappy, to have solid defense, be a part of your game plan, and shoot the best percentage that you could.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Wow. Well, how fantastic. I mean, a win over Todd the Duke Lafredo.
I was blessed. I was blessed that weekend.
Seems like, I mean, you'd already beaten a ton of other players, great players. So, I mean, just a testament to having a great weekend, you know, quote unquote, playing out of your mind, as many people will say.
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic, man. All right, well, thank you so much for being on the show today, James. We really, really appreciate it, man. Before, you know, we kind of do our outro closing game plan stuff here, you got any shout outs, any love you want to give anybody, you know, anything going on in your world that the world should know about, the Foos community needs to know?
Well, first of all praise and glory goes to the man upstairs, God above, to allow me to play and play at a high level, to learn the game and to constantly be growing at the game. Once again, all praise to the man upstairs. Um, on top of that, I do have the Foosball workbook out. I have the link. I have a website, playfoos.com. There's more to come. There's a lot of things going on. I know COVID's put a halt to a lot of things, but foosball will continue, and I want to make sure that I'm around to be a part of it. So
Awesome, man. Well, hey, we really appreciate you being on today. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic evening, and happy foozing.
thank you, Chase.